Hey, and you guys remember the Game Boy? Game Boys were life-changing for those of us who grew up in the 90s because we had N64, we had NES, we had our Nintendos, but the Game Boy was the very first handheld gaming console that we could take around with us. Literally, this Game Boy changed my life. So today on Katie's Take 5, I'm going to be counting down my top 5 very favorite original Game Boy games. Number 5, Mousetrap Hotel. I had a love-hate relationship with this game. I really did. I loved this game, but I was horrible at it, so I used to get so frustrated playing it. And back when I was growing up, you couldn't exactly just throw your controller on the ground and walk away because you really didn't want to break your awesome Game Boy. So I would try my best to be awesome at this game, but I never was. But I still loved it, and I still always tried really hard, but I failed a lot. Number 4, Donkey Kong. This game is awesome. This is a classic game. This game was so much fun. I spent hours upon hours playing Donkey Kong. I just loved it. It was great. And Donkey Kong's such an iconic character, and the cool thing about this game is the fact that it's timeless. But I loved this game, and I was pretty good at it too. Number 3, Pokemon games. And I have to put them all in one category because I like too many Game Boy games. Pokemon Red is my very favorite Pokemon game for a handheld console of all time. And the reason why this game is my favorite is because this was my childhood game. For me, it's almost like growing up with the original Star Wars, therefore you don't like the new ones. But kids who grow up for the new Star Wars like the new Star Wars movies. And for me, the original, very first Pokemon game for Game Boy is my very favorite. I love this game. It's a classic. This is what started it. So I love this game. It's my favorite. I also really loved Pokemon Silver as well. This was a really fun game as well. I really enjoyed Pokemon Silver. Back when these games came out, I was like really little. I think I was like 6 or 7, 8. So my parents wouldn't let me get them all. I was not allowed to get red and blue and yellow and gold and silver. My mom always made me pick one, and I always picked Fire because I loved all the fire Pokemon the best. And then when Pokemon Silver came out, I begged and begged and begged. I was like, please! My mom's like, you already have a Pokemon game! I'm like, no Mom, you don't understand! So I'm really happy that I got these games as a kid because these are just, they're classics and nothing's gonna replace Pokemon Red. I do love the new Pokemon games though. I have to say I do have Pokemon X. I love it. It is an awesome game. And then when you kind of play Pokemon X, you look back and go, oh my gosh, the graphics. Oh, that's really cool to watch the Pokemon franchise evolve with these handheld consoles. But nothing will replace my childhood memories of playing Pokemon Red. Number 2, Kirby's Dream Land 2. I love this game. This game I would play just constantly. I was just obsessed with this game. I don't really even know why, but I really liked that if you made it all the way through a stage, it saved it for you so you could go back and then unlock the next door and play that stage. And then of course once you beat the boss, you got to go on a new island, and that was always really fun. I've always been a really big fan of Kirby. Kirby's my go-to Super Smash Bros. Character, and I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that I played this as a kid. I don't know. But I always really loved Kirby. I thought he was cute, and I really liked that he puffed up to fly. So I guess little Katie was like, yeah, Kirby's the best. And still to this day, this game is so much fun, and I still love Kirby just as much. And my very favorite original Game Boy game is Super Mario Land. Yes! This game is amazing! This game is so much fun and so frustrating at the exact same time because you can't save. And I used to play this game in the car, on road trips, or just going to the grocery store with my parents, or at home, and they'd get so mad at me. My mom would be like, Katie, it's dinner. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I can't stop playing because it doesn't save. That's what always made me so mad about this game, is the fact that I would finally like beat that one level that I've been stumped on forever, and I'd have to turn it off because I'd have to go eat dinner or go to school or do something. Like, gosh Mom, did I really have to go to school? Why couldn't you just let me stay home to keep playing? That was the most frustrating thing about this game. And I even tried the pausing method where you'd pause the game and then go eat dinner and then come back and really hope your batteries didn't die. Yeah, well my batteries died like every time. And I remember my very favorite level in Super Mario Land is the one where you're in like the mini submarine and you're underwater. That one was so much fun and you had to shoot all the fish. And my least favorite one is the one where the spiders drop down on top of you if you walk under them. I hated that level. But this game has so many memories for me. It was such a classic growing up. I used to play it all the time. And I am so grateful to Nintendo for allowing us to save our games now, because all I wanted was to be able to save. I hated having to start over every time I played this game. But it never got old, which is strange. You'd think like you'd get really sick of it, but it never got old. Well, there you have it, my top 5 very favorite original Game Boy games. It brings up so many memories. But I want to hear from you. What is your very favorite original Game Boy game? And if you didn't grow up with the original Game Boy, what's your favorite game on a handheld console? It can be the DS, 3DS, Game Boy. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.